told Tanea, I said, let me hurry up and get to this camera because I know they can't wait. They probably, as soon as y'all saw it, y'all was like, oh, I can't wait to see Tiffany reaction. I can't wait to see how Tiffany felt about it. God damn it, I'm here.
Y'all just on me.
What's going on, YouTube? It's me, Tiffany, and I'm here with my co-host Tanea.
Hey guys.
And we're back with an all-new Power review. It is Sunday, September the 18th. Happy birthday, Tori. We're still celebrating our friend's birthday all weekend. And we are on episode 9 of Power, entitled I Call the Shots. Let me just start you guys off what my day started off like. So, as I was saying, we had like a little birthday celebration for my friend last night, and I fell asleep on the couch. I woke up around 5 o'clock. My stomach was killing me because I had all types of, I just overdid it. For people who have been watching my show, you know that I'm addicted to snacks, and then I eat too many and then my stomach hurts. It's normal. It's been a while, but this is normal.
It has been a while.
It has. I've been controlling, my addiction to snacks. So, instantly I just, just waking up with a fucked up stomach, I knew what Power was going to be like today. I just knew it. So I got on Instagram. And as soon as I got on Instagram, bam! There was a fucking spoiler waiting for me.
You know what? The people who put out these spoilers, y'all are fucking rude.
You're trash. You're trash. And I wish Comcast would stop
and
playing it early. I will say that it benefits us being able to record early so that the show, the review can come out as soon as it goes off. That's a blessing. But other than that, you motherfuckers really make my life hard every Sunday. Every Sunday, matter of fact, my stomach starts to turn to 11:55 on Saturday night. Right. And then here y'all fucking come at 12 o'clock. I can barely get on social media. I'm
like starting to think like, well, damn, should we watch it at midnight and then record at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Like, damn.
Ridiculous.
It's really fucking ridiculous. But just know that the person that I had to block and delete this morning was definitely a friend, and I don't give a fuck because
you can get it.
I'm mad about it. So let's talk about this episode, because the thing is, I don't understand how we're already on episode 9.
Me either.
I don't understand how we can figure out anything in one short episode next week.
We're not going to figure out anything.
And then we have to wait an entire fucking... Oh my god! I didn't know your arm was right there. I almost killed you. I'm sorry. Okay. We have to wait an entire fucking year to find out what else happens.
Yo, can we have a mini winter...
I can't do this.
A mini winter session of Power? I literally can't... My heart can't take wait until June. Like,
fuck June. You see, they skipped over June this year. It took us to July. Took us from Saturday and dragged us to Sunday. God.
I can't do this, y'all. Like, I can't wait that long.
I almost don't even want to watch it next week. And I said, you know what? I was supposed to have this amazing, big, grand season premiere party that I couldn't have because I was in Atlanta. And now this year is like, goddamn, the season finale is literally next week.
Right.
What the fuck? So, I'm just going to have an intimate ending to Power because, it's like in all relationships. In the beginning of me and Scandal, we were one. We never thought that we would break apart. I never knew that I would have these feelings towards Scandal. And now, years in on, season 5, I am just like, do we have to have season 6? Like, I'm just so stressed out. Like, nothing's going the way I wanted to. Nothing's going as I planned it in my head. And I need some, show therapy for us to see if we're going to make it any further. I don't know. I mean, me and Scandal are like on separation right now. It doesn't come back till January. So, me and Power, we're really about to. I think, how a wife might say, I think it's best that we separate.
Right.
Power, I think it's best that we separate. We need this break. I probably do.
That's how I felt about last week.
Last week I was missing it, but you know what? if I was going to get what I just got, the stressed outness of it, I'm glad I needed that break.
I told you we needed that break. It's so stressful. The thing about it is, this is an amazing show. It's wonderfully written. It's perfectly executed onto film. It just does. The thing is, it's like watching a drama, but with black people. But it's also like watching a fucking horror film at the same time. It's just like...
It's too much.
It makes you jump. I left out the room so many times. I made Tiffany pause it. I lay down on the couch in the middle of it. Like, and I can't watch all this through.
And it was so crazy because we watched the thing at the end with Courtney, and she said that Tommy's role this episode would basically make the audience feel uncomfortable, and Tanea was like, oh my god, I was uncomfortable.
That's exactly
the whole time.
I was uncomfortable the whole time. The whole time I was like pulling my shirt. I was like, oh my god. I don't know how many times I jumped up and walked away from this television. Like,
so let's get into this episode. At first I wasn't going to write notes. I barely wrote any this time because I just feel like I really don't have much to talk about because I'm just as confused as everybody on this fucking show. I don't trust them. I don't trust myself. I don't trust Courtney and the writers.
And then, like,
I don't trust you viewers.
I don't trust the actors.
I don't trust Tanea.
They're doing their job, but I still don't trust them. Like, I don't trust anybody out here. Like, honestly, nobody could be telling me the truth.
So the episode starts off with Tommy and Ghost talking. And you know, they're just having a little chit chat, and you know, you can just feel the tension in the room because Ghost doesn't trust Tommy. Tommy doesn't trust Ghost.
Right.
You know, so they're talking, and thank God that Tommy actually admitting to meeting up with Milan because the whole time Ghost was sitting there like, I know where the fuck you was last night. That's why you ain't answer the fucking phone. And I'm just like, thank God. Excuse me, thank God. But which Tanea said, he wasn't even really following Tommy.
He was following the old man.
He was following the old man.
And this is my whole thing with Ghost. Like, Ghost has terrible trust issues. Like, he has a terrible trust problem. But let's just step on the outside of Ghost, looking in. Look at Ghost with all of his relationships with every single person. If anybody shouldn't trust anybody, nobody should trust Ghost. He doesn't trust anybody. It's just like, what have I done to you for you not to trust me? Look at all the shit that you have done.
Well, that's how it goes. You know, most liars don't trust anybody because if they're capable to be that bad of a person, but it's just like, what are you other motherfuckers out there doing?
While the whole time, while Tommy was talking, like, you could literally see, like, him getting annoyed as fuck. But it's like, what do you expect, nigga? You've been lying this whole time too.
So
Ghost he needs a therapist.
Then it goes to Angela, and she has this burner phone, and she's, you know, kind of fiddling with it, thinking, should she send a text? What should she send? Should I call? So she decides to send a text, and I think that this episode should have been called something else. It should have been called The Burner because, my God, that burner came up so many fucking times this episode. So she decides to send a text. Mike gets the text. She sends, let's meet up. I think that's what she said.
Yeah.
He gets the text.
We need to meet.
You know, she's thinking he's going to send back a location or something, or she can send a location. This nigga calls. This idiot answers, and it really made me think back to season 2 when she was on the phone with Ghost, and the ambulance or the fire truck went past.
That's exactly what I thought about.
And you could hear it in both backgrounds. The Ghost was like, wait a minute, what the hell?
As soon as I said he can hear it, he can hear it.
Oh, Angie, I mean, you would really think that this bitch was not like on a task force like this. Like, you should know it all. Like, you should have went in the fucking bathroom, since you're the only one that uses the fucking bathroom anyway, where it's quiet and he couldn't hear shit. Like, what do you? So now both of them can hear the fucking helicopter in the background. I'm just like, you didn't hear the helicopter before you dialed the...
My thing...
Before you pick up the phone?
It's crazy, like...
Angie's getting dumb about the episode.
And you know what? It really... Because, like, a lot of times I'd be like... I was just, like, thinking about Mike. It really made Mike go and show that he was once, like, a cop. Like, he was trained. He doesn't just sit behind the desk all the time. Because he could have just answered the phone and spoke.
Right.
He didn't. He was like...
Thank God. Because he could have been like, where are you?
Right. Who is this, bitch?
So then we get to Greg and Medina, which I'm really confused as to what Greg called and said to Medina, or did he do it last week and I missed it? Because the last thing I remember him saying to Greg was, get the fuck lost, you're crazy. You know, basically, I'm not doing this anymore. Mm-hmm. You lied to me. You weren't even working at that time. You were on fucking leave. No. I don't know why they're hanging together again. Like, whatever. Like, y'all both are just so crazy. Fucking thirsty. So they go to Kate's house and they do exactly what Angie prepped her for. And, you know, while Medina is just asking her questions, of course, Greg's snoopy, desperate David Rosen ass is going through all her shit. He doesn't find anything. They talk a little more, and everything that she says pretty much makes sense. It ties up. She has the proof that he used the credit card. They were eating pizza, watching Family Feud, whatever the fuck. They leaving out. What does he do? Dig through the fucking trash can like a homeless man. It's crazy because I watched a homeless man digging the trash can yesterday, and Greg, you looked more pathetic than they did.
Oh my god.
Because I'm just tired of Greg. Like, he's trash.
I'm tired of Greg too.
He's trash. Like, I mean, we're killing people. Let's get him out of here. I promise you, I will feel no
Get him out of here.
And I really feel like Greg is about to go into season 4, and I'm mad about it. I'm really disgusted about it.
Of course he's going into season 4.
So, he digs through the trash and he sees Angie's card, so he knows that Angie has been there. Hold on, give me 1 second. Hello, I'm recording. Alright. You know, you gotta answer her phone calls because she'll
that was the
think I'm treating her bad or something. Yeah. So so he, you know, we saw from last week after, was that last week when him and Angie had sex?
Yeah,
we saw from that
the week before.
He doesn't trust her. Like, this is all supposed to be a plan anyway. So he's like, oh, okay, just as I suspected. I knew this shit wasn't clean. So then, you know, we get to Tasha. She's at the school. Apparently they're having a career day. She's helping set up or whatever. And she gets a call from one of the employees at... She gets... No and no. She gets a phone call from one of Keisha's ghetto employees, and she's like, where is Keisha? Ain't nobody open the fucking ain't nobody open the salon today. Where the fuck is Keisha? I've been calling this bitch. I've been texting this bitch. I don't know where this bitch is. So
that's what she said.
That's what she said.
Okay.
So Tasha is just like, oh my god, where is this bitch? Like,
right.
Anything could have happened.
Literally
to this
anything
bitch.
could happen.
Where is this bitch? And she's just like, I'll try to get in contact with her. She calls Keisha. Keisha doesn't answer. She sends her a text message. You know, we're looking for Keisha. Nothing. I'm still hoping that Tommy sent Keisha away. I hope Keisha isn't dead. So let's get to Dre and Tariq. And, you know, Tariq is just, Dre goes to the house and they're talking. And he's just like, you know, what happened with you the other day? You know, I'm not going to be covering for you all the time. What were you doing with Slim? And he's just like, you know, we're hanging out. Took us to the old neighborhood, showed me where my dad was from, showed me where you were from too, obviously. And yeah, so he's like, well, look, you know, I know Slim's my boy, and you know, that's what I told you, but you know, don't really hang with him too much. Chill with me, you know, but like I said, I'm not gonna be covering for you no more, so you know, just chill on Slim. And Tariq is like, alright. I don't understand Dre. Like, I really don't understand you at this point. I really don't understand you at this point. Like, at this point, if your daughter died too, it would be nobody's fault but your own. It's the truth.
I know, but still, like...
I mean, because at this point, let's talk about 50 Cent. Like,
you know, you can't trust his
even
age.
with him not telling Ghost, his daughter's life is still in jeopardy. Like,
right,
50 Cent don't give a fuck.
crazy.
Like, he's always up to something. So but you know, I put up a post last week and they said that Tariq is the dumbest kid on TV right now, and it's true. Like,
he's just being like such an asshole.
I can't take it. My stepson is out of control.
It's like he's really, really rebelling, but like, alright, enough already.
So then we get back to Ruiz. Ruiz is back, and Tommy goes to pick up the money for the product, and he sees that the money is short. It's not all the money that the Connect Milan asked for. And Tommy's like, you know, this isn't all the money. And Ruiz is like, I already told you, I'm not putting up all that money if I haven't even met this motherfucker yet. You know Ruiz. Always gotta be in the know, wanna meet the big boss, feel important even though he's fucking not. And Tommy's like, you wanna meet him with half the payment? And he's like, yeah. He's like, okay, suit yourself. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, like, Ruiz, you really have a death wish. Like, you do not want to mess with this motherfucker. But I forgot that when they were in the room, they didn't even realize that Dean was the Connect.
Right.
Like, they didn't even realize the Connect was literally sitting in the room. So, and he went and asked Poncho, you know, Poncho, how you feel about this? Poncho was like, look, drugs are drugs, money is money. Any drugs is going to get us money. Let's do this. Like, it doesn't even fucking matter. I don't even understand the big deal.
I'm trying to get this money.
We get to Jamila. I mean, we might as well don't even call him Jamila no more. Shit.
Enemies.
Ghost and Angie had their meetup, and Angie is basically through with Ghost. She's just like, I know you told somebody that I told you what happened. Ghost is like, I didn't. She's like, I know you told somebody. There's no other way. And he's like, okay, well, I did, but it's somebody I can trust, because if they say something, I got something. She's like, you told the fucking lawyer? You fucking idiot. Like, see, not only is she pissed off and still upset about this breakup, she is fucking paranoid as shit. Yeah. And you know Ghost, he never give you all the information. It's taken care of. What does that mean, Ghost? Like, at this point, none of us understand anymore. Like, Ghost, you know, I was telling everybody last week, like, in the last 2 episodes, I'm never worried, because Ghost always has a plan. And even if it fucks up, like on season 1 at the very end, when Holly got shot in the club, at the big party and shit, even though all of that happened, in those last 2 episodes, Ghost was on his grind. He was making shit happen. He was tying up loose ends, and he was fixing everything. Just like at the end of season 2, when he killed everybody and stuff. So it's like, I'm not worried. Episode 9 and 10, watch him make a comeback. Ghost, I really don't know. We're on episode 10 next week, and I still don't understand what you're going to do. Like, how are we going to get out of this? Like, I really feel like Ghost has met his match with Milan at this point. Like,
he has. It's the craziest thing. Like, I'm so tired of this shit. Like, the thing is, I'm so tired of this shit. I'm so ready for Milan's ass to either die or get the fuck away from us. Like, the thing is, I want to live for at least 2 or 3 episodes with nobody on our back. Like, can we just live? Can we breathe for a second? God.
So then I don't even know how Greg came up. Like, did she say she was doing something with Greg, or he said something about Greg?
I want to say he said something about Greg, and he was like, can you trust him? And she was like, my relationship with Greg Knox, it's none of your business. I'm like, bitch, please.
I bust out laughing because I know she been waiting to say that shit. She's been, because ever since he said that shit about Tasha, she like, oh, okay. Well, whatever the fuck I do with Greg is none of your motherfucking concern either, nigga. Right. And what?
It's funny.
You got your wife, I got my old nigga. What? His dick ain't as big, but it'll do the trick. Alright. So yeah, they depart. Nothing seems solved. She's just like, you better make sure that whatever the fuck you're up to happens. She fucking walks the fuck off. I really like that Power is filmed in the winter, because it's always like that cold breath. They always have these nice outfits, and Ghosts.
I guess because you can't run through the streets of New York City in the summertime sweating and shit.
Ghost looks good. He looks tan. I wonder if he had just like came back from vacation and then came back with him.
What I would love. Now I feel like I need a summer scene. What we do in the summertime?
They go to Miami. Boop.
No, they don't go. Ghost and Tasha went. I mean, Ghost and Angie went.
They come back, like they probably gonna come back like the end of September or the middle. That's when Power go back. But if you notice Scandal and stuff, they come back in like July.
What are you talking about?
I'm telling you that it's always going to be the winter because they don't start filming until the fall.
I don't care.
So then we get to Angie and Greg, and you know, they're chit-chatting, and basically Greg is just like, you know, everything that you said, it seems to kind of wrap up, like the alibi, the video, I mean, everything just seems to make sense. Like everything you said, like you really are innocent. Like I really can trust you. And she's just smiling on the inside and a little bit on the out, like, yes.
And I'm just like,
the plan is working.
You're an idiot if you feel like he...
Not even knowing this motherfucker and found out you don't want to see Kate. This motherfucker is still looking up shit and he's not even supposed to be. Like he's on you like white on rice. He's on you like literally
like you think you're on him.
In you.
Alright.
I'm just saying, like, it's really disgusting me. Like, I mean, he's just like caressing her hand. Right. She's like touching his head. They're like hugging and kissing.
It's gross. It's really gross.
So then we get back to the club and Cantos pops up. You know, I've been waiting for this motherfucker to pop up out of nowhere.
Cantos again.
Knew his shiesty ass had to be up to something shiesty.
Of course.
Nigga working for the two men across the street, the ones who played with Ghost and Dre back in the beginning of the season that I've been waiting for Ghost to kill ever since. I'm pissed that they're still breathing, but whatever. So basically Cantos pops up and he's like, you know, I need the list, Stern's party list or whatever it is. It's Stern's list? Guest list. Stern's guest list. And Ghost is like, why the fuck would I give you that? Like, why would I help you out? And he's like, because I've been holding my tongue. I haven't been answering all the questions. Like, I really could have spilled tea on you, but I didn't. And I can still spill tea, so list. Immediately, when Ghost is just like, okay, all right. I was like, oh shit. Either Canto's about to die.
That's where I was at. I was like, somebody's
about to get tortured. Something is about to go the fuck down. And I'm just like, Cantos, you have to know by now. I mean, if you were observing Ghosts as much as you say you were, if you were around James as much as you supposed had been or whatever, you know him so much. Like, what even made you think? Was your balls heavy that day? Like, where did you get the balls to even walk up on me like that? Don't you ever play yourself again. Are you fucking crazy?
That's because he thinks he's smarter than him.
You could be in a body bag right now.
Right.
Sicko. So anyway, we get back to Angie and Greg, and they just had sex. Angie's sleeping.
I'm so happy we're here because I have something to say.
Greg sneaks out. Goes through Angie's pocketbook, finds the burner. Angie wakes up. Greg, where are you? Greg's like, let me hurry the fuck up. He opens the back of the cell phone, takes a picture of the serial number, shuts it back. By now, Angie's coming out. I don't understand why this bitch looks so long for in the bathroom. I know the bathroom isn't that big. It was like she really was like, Greg? He's not in there!
That's it. That's all you gotta do. Keep on moving.
So she goes in the living room. Greg comes out of the kitchen, you know.
With the water. Hey, what's up?
What's up? And she's just like, nothing. I woke up and you weren't there.
I guess I'm used to people. What did she say?
Disappearing in the middle of the night. Well, I'm not going anywhere.
Shut the fuck up.
You know what, Angie? I know this is, well, I think I know this is all for, you know, you to get out in the clear, but...
My other thing is, Angie, haven't you learned from previous seasons not to bring your work shit home? Like, you remember with the drawing of Tommy and how Ghost found that? Like, why didn't you leave that fucking burner locked up in a safe at your job or like locked up. Like, why would the fuck would you take it to Greg's house? Why would you take it like out unless you were going to get some information on it? Like, I just don't understand.
So right after that, you know, it goes to a scene where, you know, he's trying to figure out whose cell phone it is, whose burner it is. He's calling someone to look it up or some shit. It switches back to Angie. Angie realized she can't figure out whose it is, so she tries to figure out where it came from. Like, they're both she's trying to figure out who was it, whose credit card it was.
Yeah.
He's trying to figure out where was it purchased. Like, it's just like the burner. That should have been the name of this fucking episode, the fucking burner. And Angie's coming up with nothing. Greg's starting to come up with nothing. So the scene switches and it goes back to Tommy. And it goes back to Tommy because remember in the beginning they were talking and he admitted that he was, you know, he was at Milan's warehouse, but he didn't say what for. Mm-hmm. He just said that, you know, he was there just, you know, checking out the scenery and shit. Really, he was up in there setting up him and Milan's new fucking business or whatever the fuck they are, the new Ghost and Tommy payables. So, he's just like, yeah, you know, Milan told me that you were following me the other day. Wait, did I already say this?
Yes, you did.
Then why did he confront him again?
Who?
Remember he confronted Ghost the second time?
Oh, the time when he was in Truth?
Yeah.
That's because Tasha had called him after they had sex.
No, I'm not there yet. And why do I have this right here?
Where you at?
Maybe I already said it.
We did.
I don't know. Let's skip that part. Back to Dre and Slim, so... Dre's basically like, you know, what's your plan? You know, what's your plan with Tariq? What did you mean when you said you were going to do a history lesson? And 50 Cent is like, it doesn't fucking matter. I'll tell you when I want to fucking tell you. So he's like, okay, cool. So he's like, what, you thinking about telling Ghost now? If you tell Ghost now, it's going to look shady as shit because all this time you knew I was alive. You knew his son was hanging with me and you didn't say anything.
You dumbass.
So either way, you're fucked at this point. So it's nothing that you can do. Get the fuck out of my face, you peasant. You're irritating me. Beat it. And that's when Ghost Dre just realizes that he's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, you really fucked up. If you would have did, like I said, from the fucking beginning, from the moment you saw this nigga in your apartment with the baby, you should have packed your shit up that night, you should have went and told Ghost, and then you should have left New York City with your family.
That's what I would have did.
I don't understand, like, these people on this show are so pressed to be in the game.
Except Ghost.
So then we get to Parent Day.
Oh, don't forget. Fucking Kanan tells him, and oh yeah, Tariq told me that you told him not to hang out with me.
Of course Tariq did.
Tariq, like what the fuck? So
I mean, we have to keep in mind that he's still a fucking child.
Right, so it's just like, you're in even more of the shits.
How old is Tariq again? 14?
Like 14.
Y'all need to... Dre is not a good babysitter, Ghost.
At all.
Okay? So then we get to Parent Day / Career Day, and who knew? Are Raina and Tariq in the same class, or they were just all in the same class for Career Day? Yeah, they're twins. You didn't know they were twins? Yo, you don't remember back in the beginning?
Shut up!
Listen, remember the mother slapped Tasha? And she was like, and Tasha was like, I know you don't think you staying in my house tonight after what you just did. And she was like, of course I do. Who else is going to get up with the twins and the baby in the morning?
It didn't even dawn on me.
Tariq and Raina.
Oh my God. What's going on? I had no idea. Well, maybe they just put him in that class because the dad was in it.
Yeah, that's what I said. Maybe they was just all together. Maybe the whole class, the whole grade was together. Who fucking knows? But anyway, it looks like they go to a school where it's only 5 people in the classroom, so... Ghost is up there, you know, charming the crowd like he always does, and he's just telling about how he runs one of the most successful nightclubs, and
actually
three actually, and people are asking. I mean, one boy asks a question. He's just like, you know, do you ever have celebrities there, like Odell Beckham, Fatty White, and Beyonce? You know, TV shows love to mention Beyonce. I ain't mad at y'all though. I'm not mad.
Fatty White,
Power and Beyonce in the same sentence. I like that.
That's your favorite?
I like that. I like that. That's two of my faves. So anyway, so Ghost is like, sure, like we always have celebrities, but you know, he's telling them, you know, his techniques to having a good business run, blah 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 blah. And he talked. What did Raina ask? Raina asks a question.
Is it hard?
Is it hard being running, you know, your business or whatever? I don't know why y'all got Raina to ask. Like, why you ain't ask this shit at home? So anyway,
she had a question for
I'm just saying. I mean, well, the way she don't see Ghost that much, I guess the only time she could ask him was at school. Let y'all tell it.
She don't see her daddy.
Let y'all tell it.
She don't see her damn daddy anyway.
She like, I mean, he's like, yes it is. And he's like, you know, when I decided to go for my dreams, I had no idea that it would affect the people that I love the most, and you know, it made me lose my family. And he's just going on, and you know, Tasha's tearing up.
Hearts of everyone.
Right, Tasha's tearing up. Hold on, wait. Raina's tearing up. Tariq.
Hey Slim.
Hey Slim, meet up later.
He don't have
no time for Ghost.
He don't have time for shit.
None.
He's not with it.
He already thinks that Ghost is full of shit, so all of this is bullshit anyway. Don't come to me with that family shit.
The boy's like, your dad is so cool.
Right.
Whatever.
He's like, whatever the fuck. You need to meet my new dad, Slim. Yeah. That's who you need to meet.
Meet my new dad.
Ain't nobody got time for that. So, then we get back to Medina and Greg is basically like, you know, I just need to ask you 2 questions, man. I swear, I got you. I'm really, you know, like when we get this lockup, it's not just me, it's me and you, B. It's me and you. Speaking real quick off topic, did you see the pictures of Lobo's dead? Do you think he's really dead? I still don't believe it. Even though Courtney came out and said that he's dead, I can't believe it.
It's crazy.
I don't want to believe it. Like, why couldn't it be somebody else like Greg, Medina, Mike, Angie, anybody but Lobos?
I enjoyed Lobos, honestly. I really did.
So anyway, back to them. So he asks him a question about an address, I think. First he asks him about a number.
The number.
And the number actually is that number. And then he asks him for an address. And he shows the address. And he's like, I got you, man. I'm going to go check this out. You know, Greg's a Doug for bone. He's running off somewhere. Then we get back to Tariq and Slim. They meet up and they go to the shoe store. And they're looking at some Jordans. And Tariq looks like he wants to get these. But, you know, it's nothing to him. Like, $250 pair of shoes.
And the thing is, I want to know what type of shoes he had on that he left in the box. Because my thing is, with knowing his stupid ass, he could have had on like some fucking Balenciagas.
Right.
And he put them in the box and changed them for some fucking Jordans. Like.
So, you know, I guess he's thinking about getting them, and Slim's like, damn, like $250 shit. Back when I was growing up, I had to steal shit like this because we couldn't afford no shit like this.
Literally. Okay, can I tell you something? I know I say it all the time. Kanan is trash.
Kanan and 50 Cent are trash.
He's
like, it's
poison. He should not be allowed to be around children. Like, I can't believe the shit that he is feeding this boy. Like, it's so crazy.
So you mean to tell me we're going to kill Ghost, we're going to kill Milan, Ghost got to find out about Kanan and Tariq, like, all in one episode next week? This is too much for me. It just hit me. Jesus Christ.
Right.
I can't do this.
First of all, we're not.
Oh, my God.
We're not killing Milan next week. That's not happening.
Yo, if I had any wish that would happen next week that we don't have to drag into season 4 will be Milan dying. Please let Milan die next episode. If Milan don't die next episode, yo, I don't know.
Milan's definitely not dying next episode. At the end of the episode, he may be finding out that Kanan is alive, and that's only because I really, 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 really feel like Tommy is gonna catch, or like Tommy is gonna go pick up him from school or something, and then he's gonna see him getting in a car with him or something like that. Like it's gonna be something crazy.
So back to where we were.
Yeah. Well, we're not at predictions yet. Sorry.
So like I said, you know, so he, you know, basically a light bulb goes off in Tariq's head, like shit. Maybe I should steal him. You know, I'm a G now. I drink lean. I hang with Slim. Fucking idiot. So the one guy that works at the store goes outside. He asks the other guy for his size. Then he gets the number to the shop. He switches the shoes, puts his shoes in the box, puts the other one on top. So when the guy does go to look, he sees that it's the shoes before he gets to the second one. Calls the fucking store.
So much.
So the sales associate goes to the front, and then him and Slim leave out the goddamn door. When whole time, all you gotta do is call Daddy, and you can get any pair of shoes you want to.
The money.
I just so pressed to be. This is real life. Like shit like this happens all the time. Trying to impress 50 Cent for what?
He's a piece of shit.
He don't even take care of his fuck.
He fucking killed his son.
See, I wasn't talking about Kane.
See, you have to chill.
So we get to the to Karen. We get to Karen. What's Karen's last name again? Stafford or Bassinger?
Something like that.
I can't remember. We get to Karen, you know, the one that Ghost was trying to work with previously, but he ain't had the money because he had to pay Malone, blah, blah, blah. So basically, she's across the street with the two douchebags that Ghost should have been killed. And, you know, they're talking about their new deal. And, oh, I forgot to mention that he was also inviting, Cantos was also inviting Ghost to a party that they were supposed to be having with Karen so they could, you know, set the deal or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Plus, we forgot to mention that all the way in the beginning, after all of that had happened, Ghost had made a call to Julio, and he had Julio selling drugs in the club, basically. Yeah. At first, I thought he was selling bad drugs. So, like,
I thought he was going to sell bad drugs,
and so, like, the police could just pop up because too many people were dying. Like, I didn't know it was going to happen this fast, but it is episode 9. So, you know, Ghost pops up in the middle of them three having their little meeting, and he comes to, I have the stern guest list that you guys wanted. He's like, okay, leave it. We're in the middle of a business meeting. Bye. Next thing you know, the police come through, and I'm like, oh shit, this nigga Ghost. You do not want to fuck with him. Like, it's times like this that I do be like, yes, he got his ass, but no, I really wanted y'all to torture their asses.
See, the thing is, he has other things on his plate.
I don't care. He bitched. They bitched him with that DJ earlier. Like, that shit made me mad.
They bitched him with that shit with Karen.
So, you know, Karen's like, well, there goes my deal. I'm definitely not about to have no fucking, even if they get back open.
I'm not dealing with no drugs.
I'm not dealing with no fucking drug shit. I'm not bringing that shit into my hotel. So Ghost offers a ticket to a party that he's having. He's like, hey, a formal
tie event.
If you and your dad aren't busy, come through. She's like, clearly we're not busy anymore.
Right.
So, meanwhile, he talks to Cantos, and he's just like, you know, here's the list, here's the little disc of the list, and we shouldn't have any more problems, should we? Because, see, the thing is, Cantos, even though you can snitch to the police, Ghost can ruin your life.
I can kill you.
It's easy. Like, your wish is my command. Don't play yourself, Cantos. You're not built like that.
Whatever that thing is, when he puts it in the computer, it says Stern's guest list, and then literally like 20 seconds later, he gets a virus. That would be fun.
It could be some information that he can't exactly say to Cantos. Maybe if I get Cantos help him. We can't trust him either. Fuck that.
We can't trust nobody.
So yeah, the police bust through. They take away the guys. They find a big bag of pills at the top of the ceiling. Of course, Julio left it. My nigga Julio. I miss Julio. It's like, you know, y'all give us this glorious sex scene, Julio, and then he disappears.
Julio. Like, sometimes I just can't
so
get enough of him. He's so fine.
And so loyal. That turns me on even more.
718 tattoo on the side. Whatever it is.
Julito.
Hey, you always gotta go too far. You are so gross.
Hey, Julito. So, we get to the Ruiz meetup where Tommy takes Ruiz to meet up with Milan, and you know, Milan has him frisked down. He has Tommy frisk him down as well. They going for their little meet. They decide they don't need Tommy. They decide they don't need Poncho, and you know, they bring out the food, aka body parts, for them to have over their discussion. You know what the fuck Milan is eating. Don't be taking food from me. You saw what Ruiz did before he sat down. Push that plate. It's for this man eats people.
We don't know that for
I don't want your meatloaf. Your meat loaf. No, thank you. So, yeah, they had their little talk, and you know, it seems like they're getting along, and then we move on to Tasha and Ghost, and Tasha's in her nightie, in her robe, and she's on the phone with her glass of wine, trying to call Keisha again. We don't know where Keisha is. Let's talk about Keisha real quick.
I'm hoping that Keisha has moved to Jamaica, honestly, or Hawaii, somewhere warm with the beach. Like,
I really don't want Keisha to be dead. Like, I'm really hoping that'll be one thing that helps me to hold on to hope that Tommy is not a complete monster. Because at this point, I'm starting to lose count of how many people he's killed since season 1.
He's already been a monster.
He's a fucking murderer. Like, I know Ghost is a murderer too, but Tommy is a savage. You know, my coworker was telling me, my coworker is a lesbian. She was like, whew, I want Tommy. Like, she is so attracted to Tommy. Like,
what?
She's dangerously in love with Tommy.
That's crazy.
It's creepy. My sister Summer loves him too. Like, you guys are weird.
Tori is in love with him. Tori is in love with Tommy. Like, in love with him.
You guys are weird.
Yeah, it is, because the thing is, I love Tommy too, but it's something in his eyes that makes me see that he's a bit off. And I can't deal with that.
And he'll kill you.
Yeah.
He killed the person he was in love with.
By mistake. Even though she asked for it.
So yeah, so hopefully Keisha's not dead.
But I still have hope for Tommy. Even with all that being said, I still feel like he loves Ghost. So
I will get to that in a minute.
Be good.
So Ghost comes home, and you know, he's saying how, you know, I finally got this deal to work. It's really happening. You know, my dreams are really coming true. And you know, Tasha has her wine. She's in her feelings. Like, you know, I was wrong. You know, you really said you were going to make this work, and this is what you really wanted, and it actually worked. Like, I can't believe it. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. And she's just like, you know, what you said earlier at the career day, did you mean it? And he's like, every word of it. I meant every word. Like, she was just like, thank you for, you know, paying Milan off and protecting us. And he's like, I'm always going to protect you and the kids. And I don't care what anybody says. He's made that clear. Like, he can be a piece of shit, a liar. He's never going to see Tasha and the kids without anything and not protect them. You know, y'all can give Ghost that.
I will give him that.
Thank you.
I will give him
never, ever. He will never abandon them like that.
Well, he will not. He won't, because the thing about it is, the whole reason for him working this hard is so they can be okay. Right. Legit wise. Right. Not with, you know, drug money. That they can have something. They can have a future.
Right. And that was the other thing he said. He was like, you know, I'm happy because our kids will have legit cash when they get older. Like, they have money, you know, like they're going to be straight. This is like the main reason I want to do it. So, you know, they're talking. How did they even kiss? She was leaving. She was leaving, but why? Like, how did the conversation end?
I can't remember.
I can't remember how the conversation ends, but she gets up to walk away. She's like, it's getting late. You know, let me go to fuck ahead. I'm feeling horny. I have time for this shit.
She didn't say any of that.
Before Ghost can even do anything, before Tasha can even cut that corner, he's like, ah! Get out of the way! Now, let me tell you what's the fucked up part. Let me take you back to that spoiler I told you about in the beginning. Now, this would have gone down better for me, well, for y'all anyway, because I found out at 5 o'clock this morning. That's what it was. It was a video of Tasha and Ghost having sex on Instagram. So I was just like, Tasha and Ghost are going to have sex. So the first thing I want to say is that I lost the bet. I had to pay Tanea $50. I blame Courtney and the writers.
You know what?
And you know,
I'm about to put in my
but
application.
wait, but you know what's funny?
What?
They probably, when they watched the episode, we made them, they probably was like, damn.
Oh my God.
As for the rest of you motherfuckers who are, because I haven't even checked them yet, but I've seen my mentions and I've seen these DMs on Snapchat. Oh, y'all couldn't wait. Yes! Tasha fucked Ghost! I can't wait to see what Tiffany has to say.
So funny.
So Ghost kissed Tasha and then it goes to that sex scene, which actually I enjoyed. I enjoyed their sex scene, but do you want to know what's crazy? This one
I was jumping all over
was sick to her stomach. Listen, now I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's that black love. That black love will get you every time. I was like, damn, get it? They were shaking and moaning and groaning and riding and staring into each other's eyes and groping and choking and you hurt me.
Hey, what are you doing? I told you you cannot do that anymore.
They had sex and it was beautiful sex. I'm not hating. I know that, you know, once, especially when Courtney came to end, because at first she was talking about Ghost and Tommy, I was like, and then she was like, let's talk about the big thing.
Yeah,
and let's talk about it. I need to know what the point was, and it makes sense. He needed comforting. She's there. Why not?
He not with Andy no more. They broke up.
They don't fucking doesn't have any connects to, you know, blah blah blah. And see, but me myself, I'm just talking for me, and I really can't say unless I was in a situation. If I was Tasha, I wouldn't fuck Ghost. Like, I just wouldn't. Like, first of all, it hasn't even been like, I know it hasn't been 2 weeks. It literally has been probably like a week. Like, it's almost like you're using me for a fucking rebound. Like,
no, it's not even you're not using me for a rebound because I'm still your fucking wife. What you are using me for is because you can't fuck anyone else. It's not like a rebound thing.
Well, still the same.
My whole thing is, I think that's why they really imply the whole, oh, you're drinking wine, oh, I can't sleep, just to try to make it seem like, oh, it was the just like, you know, it was the atmosphere and the wine. But I mean, I can definitely see what you're saying, because like, if this was a real situation, like if this was in fact real,
that would hurt my feelings.
It would hurt my feelings. Well, because that's exactly why she said what she said at the end of it, just to see where they still are.
And that would have hurt my feelings even more.
Like, right.
So the first thing I want to say is, so how did you feel about the sex scene before we
Okay, so the thing about the sex scene is, now that I'm not in the middle of and I'm you know, it was a nice sex scene. It was a beautiful, you know, black love sex. I love all that. The thing about it is, it just wasn't what I had thought it was going to be, because I really, when I predicted that they were going to have sex, I really thought this would be hate sex.
Right.
So I was looking for like some throwing up against the wall, some choking, some, you know, from the back pulling the hair, like a lot of just, you know, back and forth. I hate you too. Like, it was none of that. The thing is, it was like, it was so many emotions brought out between the two of them on the screen. Like, I really couldn't take it. It made me uncomfortable again, because I was just like, I don't want to be in the middle of this.
Well, the thing about it is, what was turning me on so much was Ghost, okay? I'm really starting to think that it doesn't matter who he fucks. I'm getting hot right now thinking about it, because when Tasha's eyes started rolling in the back of our heads, I was just like, oh my God, like, this man. And then Tanae was like, Tasha was like, you gave away my dick?
Yo! At one point, okay, so let me tell you, at one point of them having sex, it's just like, she's looking into his eyes like, I missed you, I loved you, you hurt me, why would you do this? Literally the next second, her nose plays, and she like, you gave another bitch my dick? How could you do this? I should fucking kill you. Like, I read all of that.
So yeah, like I said, I mean, I think that things would have been different, like my reaction would have been different if somebody wouldn't have spoiled it for me,
right.
But I definitely didn't expect it to be like this, but I'm happy that I'm not upset, and it's probably because I hate Angie and Ghost right now. So at this point, it's just like, fuck it. Like, fuck Greg and Tasha. Who even cares at this point? Like, I know that y'all don't even care. Y'all don't even... And that's what Tanea said when she, when it first started happening. She was like, this was before she got to see all the emotions in it, though. She was just like, well, it doesn't even matter because he's probably thinking about Angie anyway. And I definitely don't think he was thinking about Angie.
Yo, and then when I saw that, I was just like...
Oh, my God.
Oh, my... Like, and that was my problem because it was just... It was so emotional.
Right, it was
like,
very emotional.
Oh, my God!
So you can tell it was emotional for his ass too. I mean, Tasha is the one person that he knows he can trust, but you know, after he busts a couple rounds, he's just like
that motherfucker talking about round 2.
No. This is before he ain't even screamed round 2, and so he started after he started talking about Milan. You know, he's spilling tea about I got a plan.
He gets
I'm gonna use Ruiz to get Milan, take Milan down. Just telling Tasha
is his like comfortability blanket. Like it's just like with Tasha, I can say whatever, I can be whatever, I can do whatever. Like I can, it's his wife, that's why he feels so comfortable, but it's just like, no, still shut the fuck up around her.
So Tasha's just starting to look uncomfortable because she in her mind is thinking like, I thought this nigga was over that.
Because he's gonna fucking kill
Here
us.
he go again. I can't deal with this shit. So meanwhile, he's like, you want to go for round 2? And she's like, no, you know, I don't want the kids to wake up and see us. How we want to explain that shit? It's not going to look right. Especially if, what did she say?
She was like, because their first thought is she was like, because it's not us getting back together, is it? And he just says,
you're right.
You're right, I'm going to go to the office.
Go ahead.
Okay.
That would have dropped me up like the Sahara fucking desert, and my heart would have cracked right there.
I think I would have stopped breathing.
Like, that was hurtful. But we knew, like, it's no way you can just be in love with Angie. Last week y'all was just together, moved in, you left us for this bitch, and you're already, no. I mean, but like she said, like Courtney said, you know, he needed comforting. It was just one night. They're husband and wife, whatever.
Right.
I don't know.
But that goes back to that whole baby mother, baby father shit.
Woo! That baby mother, baby father shit is lethal.
I hate it.
So this goes back. I have a question for everybody, and I want y'all to come under these comments because when I told y'all that I didn't just hate Tasha, or I didn't just have my issues, because I don't hate Tasha. I didn't have my issues with Tasha only because of Angie this, and I just only like Angie and blah blah blah. As y'all can see, things have flipped around. I'm telling my emotions about how Angie makes me sick to my fucking stomach. I wish she would have died instead of Lobos. And when I said that Tasha runs her fucking mouth too much, everybody attacked me and was like, you just saying that because you don't like her, because you are Angie loving bitch. So you know somebody that Ashley, you know, she's sent a lot of people over to the review. So this one girl was like, I was enjoying the review until I realized that you like, I can't even watch this shit with you always siding with Angie. I'm like, well damn, Tanea's not siding with Angie. Like my opinion affects you that much that you can't watch the damn review. But anyway, that's how mad y'all been getting with me. But can we all agree that Tasha runs her fucking mouth too much? God damn, Tasha, the man ain't even all the way out the goddamn room and you calling fucking Tommy to tell him what he just told you. You know what? You know what's crazy is after I had got that spoiler, I got on Snapchat and I was watching my friend Tamika's, and Tamika, she didn't drop any spoilers, but she was just like, yes, Tasha, but I already knew what she was talking about because I had saw the spoiler, but she had her snaps muted. Literally the very next snap said, just that quick, damn, Tasha done fucked up. Like, Tasha, why are you doing this? What do you have to say about this?
The thing, it really, 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 really pissed me off that she did that. My thing is, like, I understand why she did it because she really, really feels like Milan is going to kill her and her family if Ghost don't chill. Like Milan has her shook. Like, it's as simple as that. And I feel like she feels like her and Tommy on the same page with Milan possibly killing them. And she probably feels like right now Ghost is can't see that the more he does it, the more dangerous it could be for their family. So she really feels like Tommy could intervene or talk some sense into Ghost. But the thing you have to realize is, and this again goes back to it not being enough communication within the circle, because I want to say Ghost has left what's her name, Tasha, thinking that him and Tommy are like back, like cook crack. Instead of telling her, I really don't trust Tommy. I think he's doing. So she really feels like that would be like me and you, and if somebody didn't want you to do something, and them coming like you had planned to do something, and then them calling me like, Tanea, Tiffany is about to do such and such and such and such. Do you think you can like talk her out of that, because that may not be a good idea? So I understand why she's doing it. Like, I understand her method. I still hate it. Like, I hate that she did that.
I hate this shit. Like, I hate that she runs her mouth so fucking fast too. Like, damn.
Right.
So meanwhile, Tommy is still at the meeting with Ruiz and Milan. He's sitting outside the meeting waiting for it to be over. He gets the call from Tasha. He instantly turns bloodshot red. Yeah. He's pissed. He's pissed at Ghost, and he's pissed at Ruiz, because I forgot to even say that Greg and Ruiz met up because Ruiz and Ghost have a fucking plan, and basically Ruiz is wearing a fucking recorder, a button. You know, he basically has this set up with Ghost where I don't know what Ghost's full plan is, but this is part of the plan. To wear a wire around Milan, get Milan to talk a little bit, but make sure not to mention Ghost's name or Tommy's name. So now Tommy is just fucking furious. Ruiz gets out the fucking meeting. The meeting seems like it was a success. Nothing like the Lobos and Ruiz meeting went. Because Lobos was just like, I'm not fucking with that fucking rat. Hell no. So they have their meeting. They come out. Milan is like, yeah, we're going to have a drink soon. Tommy's like, well, Ruiz, I'm going to take you home. I sent Pancho, sent your ride. I'll take you. They're going on their ride. You know, they making some turns that don't look normal. Tommy starts to have this fucking betrayal talk. Ruiz can just feel death in the air, okay?
It's just like when you feel something bad, when you know something bad is going to happen, you can feel it.
Bitch, I would have opened the door and rolled.
Stop, drop, and roll.
I would have opened that door and rolled.
He would have had to shoot me.
No way. I would have jetted.
Oh, like when he got, I have all gone to like once Tommy had stopped the car. Slid into
the driver's seat.
I got to go. No!
Like, no. So, you know, they get to this little side.
Or that gun?
Yeah.
See, when
he should have took the gun around with him!
I would have shot his fucking face off. See, like, the thing is, you can't be trusting people.
So Tommy stops the car because he says the car is overheating. He puts on his black gloves. That was strike 2 right there.
Yeah, strike 2.
That first
this is like strike 5.
Right, yeah, actually it's like strike 4. So Tommy goes out and he's like, hey Ruiz, can you hand me the flashlight that's inside my glove box? Open the glove box, flashlight, and big ass gun.
It's right there for you.
Ruiz knew in that moment that he was about to die. Like, he even was just like,
he could feel it.
Like, do I stay in the car? Do I get out the car? You take the gun with you at least if you're gonna get out the fucking car. Oh, and while they're on the ride, since Tommy doesn't know that Ruiz is wearing a fucking wire, he's spilling all type of tea. Yeah, because when me and Ghost killed Lobos, and you know, our New York connections, and just talking about how they fucking drug dealers, talking about how they killed Lobos. I mean,
I'm like, why are you doing
shit.
Shut the fuck up.
And I already see from the previews next week that they got that recording. The feds got that recording. And it shows Greg finding Ruiz. So I know that he took that button with him before, you know, whoever came to clean him up. And that's why Proctor's like, Tommy's voice is on there. And Tommy's admitting a lot. So, you know, if you pop up anywhere, you're going down too.
It's tough.
So Tommy stabs Ruiz to death. And you know what's crazy is that Ruiz almost died in season 1 from being stabbed to death by the female bitch with sneakers.
Oh yeah.
Ruiz dies. Tommy kills him. And then Dre pops up to help clean up, which is crazy because in the beginning of the episode, you know, Dre and Tommy had their words back and forth. Dre tries to tell Tommy about Tariq, and also tells him, like, I was the one who saved your life. I told him about the Korean son, and Tommy's still like, fuck you, I don't care. I guess Tommy was like, well, I guess I can use this motherfucker. He's pressed to do something illegal anyway. Called Dre up. Dre's like, he's not going to, you know, Ghost isn't going to find out about drive off after leaving Ruiz in the car. It's just too much.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about it. Like, it's so, I'm thinking about, because we didn't even talk about that scene.
Last but not least, I believe.
Like, it could be anything left out.
Oh, Greg goes to the address and he finds out that it's Mike because he sees Mike coming out the building. He puts 2 and 2 together and he's like, Lobos owns this building.
Well, he sees the address and he's like, I've seen that before. Right. Then he goes to Lobos' file and sees that under the property that he owns is that address.
And he's just like, oh my God, Mike, what the fuck are you doing? But I guess we're going to have to wait until next week. And then Ghost and she is just as freaky as they come. So, Tommy goes back to Ghost and, you know, they have their talk again about you lied to my face, you told me you weren't still looking into doing something to Milan. Ghost is like, look, I just feel like I shouldn't tell you because
I'm never going to stop.
I'm never going to stop. Like, I just really don't know what you're up to, but I know what I have to do. And, you know, you might as well know from this point on, I'm never going to stop trying to kill this motherfucker. I'm never going to stop trying to get into his head. I don't know what to tell you. So Tommy's just like...
I'm glad he was finally truthful with him in that moment.
Tommy's just like... I already knew this shit anyway, but... Okay,
brother.
So he's just like, well, I'm just letting you know that if you want to kill Milan, I'm taking lead on this shit. But you have to believe what I'm saying. I'm taking the lead. You just sit tight. Ghost is like, okay. We know what the fuck is about to happen anyway. Like. So then as soon as Tommy walks out the door, he goes to Milan and he tells Milan, you know, if you were serious about this partnership, let's get this going. We need to kill Ghost. And then it cuts off. So Tanea says that... See, because instantly I was like, I don't believe fucking Tommy. Like, I know that he's fucking lying to Ghost right now. Like, I don't know what to think of Tommy because this all could be a setup. This all could be a setup towards Milan. But at the same time, this all could be him getting close to Milan and setting up Ghost and about to really kill Ghost. Like, Tanea has faith in Tommy.
I have faith in Tommy just because... You remember when he was like, when they had their talking, he was like, well, you tell me how it's good for me if Milan's not in the picture. And basically, it's just like he said, like, if Milan's in the picture, we never can really, like, you good right now because you're doing whatever Milan wants you to do.
Right.
But what's going to happen when you no longer want to do what Milan wants you to do?
Exactly.
You're not going to be able to live your life ever without looking over your shoulder or doing what this nigga wants you to do unless he's out. That makes perfect sense. So, I mean, I feel like Tommy, this is part of Tommy's plan to let Milan know, like, I'm ready if I got to get rid of Ghost's ass. Just because it's going to gain Milan's trust even more.
I hope that you're right.
And I mean, because the thing about it is, Ghost wants to go legit. He has a fucking family. He has children, a wife, and a side bitch, well, ex-side bitch. Like, it's time for him to get out of the game. Like, nobody wants to do this forever. If that's what you want to do, then that's on you. But why do I have to? So it's just like, let me help you, let you help me. Let's get out of this bitch on top. And then you can fucking sell drugs out of the crack of your ass for years to come. As long as it's without me.
I don't know what to think. I don't know who to believe. I really don't know what to say about Tommy.
I believe in you, Tommy.
I want it to come out right, but I just feel like, I always tell people this, I feel like once the trust is gone in a relationship, the relationship is dead.
Well, I can't trust nobody on this whole show. So, except, you want to know who's the one trustworthy motherfucker? Julio, who doesn't get enough scenes for me. He's the only person who you can trust. He's the only person who you know you can do something. You can tell him to do something. He's gonna do it, and that's it. He's loyal as fuck.
Well, again, sorry that this. Well, every time I say sorry that this review is so long, everybody's like, "No, I wish it was longer." No, that's impossible. But the thing is, I'm not going to give any predictions because I wanted to let you guys know that on Thursday, me and Tanea will actually be doing a review of the whole season 3, and we will give predictions on Thursday. It will not be long. We're actually going to time. We're going to have 3 minutes on each episode, so make sure you guys check that out. Because I know it's a lot of people who just watch the Power reviews. They don't watch our regular videos, and that's fine. So I wanted to make sure you guys knew that on Thursday we will actually be talking about Power. Make sure you come under this video and comment. I want to know, what are your thoughts? What do you think is going to happen? I know that you guys have different opinions than we do, and I'm really interested to hear them. I'm excited about the finale next week. I'm just excited. I'm stressed. I'm worried. I don't know, but I don't trust anybody. I told you I don't trust Courtney and the writers. They've already played with my emotions. Everything that I thought was going to happen this season didn't. It's all ruined. And then Tanea made a good point. What the fuck if Tasha got pregnant when they had sex?
Jesus!
If this is your first time watching, we'll be here every Sunday with an all-new Power review. For the people, oh, make sure you subscribe. Sorry. For the people who have been watching, make sure you share this video. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother, your cousin, your sister, your brother. Tell somebody about the show. And we'll be back next Sunday for our finale review. And because we're going to, I'm just going to say now, I'm not 100% sure I'll have a complete answer by Thursday when we do the review. But I think that I'm not going to upload this until Monday. No, not Monday. It's just going to be really late because I'm going to have a finale party, and whenever we do that, I always like to include our behind the scenes of what Tanea is making, our setup. I like to introduce my friends and let them give their predictions before we watch it. So I like to do a whole shebang for the finale. For the people who always watch my reviews, you already know what's up. So yeah, I'm excited, and I'll see you guys next week. Come under with the comments. Watch your mouth. Don't play yourself. Have a good week if I don't see you.
And then if you didn't know, now you know. There's no show like the show. Thanks for watching.